quick YouTube SEO tip for you that'll enable your video to actually rank in Google. Most people, when they come to YouTube SEO, they're all about ranking on YouTube, and generally you get a big spike of initial engagement through the discover function, but over time the issue you have is then that engagement dies off. But have you ever noticed how certain Google results have the video pack right at the top? And this is a great way to actually leapfrog your way up the Google rankings, especially if your website doesn't have much authority yet, or maybe you don't even have a website. Now, this can work really well for any sort of consulting, strategic service type businesses, because they're all about trust. I've definitely benefited from having a YouTube channel, even though I still do lots of my own SEO, especially to promote my SEO services. There's still a big advantage to having that face-to-face time with a viewer, especially if they discover you via SEO, then go on to consume your content. And then by the time they reach out to you, they've already been consuming hours of your content. I literally wake up every morning to emails in my inbox saying, I've been following you for weeks, really love what you said about this and that. And sometimes they'll close even via email. Sometimes it's a 10-minute call, but they're basically pre-sold on the grounds that they've spent a lot of time building that trust and rapport with me. So YouTube's really valuable. The issue most people have is just getting enough eyeballs on their video. So the world of YouTube SEO generally, it's basically all about engagement and watch time, and that's more than I can cover in just this simple video. What I specifically want to tell you here is how you can be more strategic with your YouTube videos so that you can identify what people are searching for on Google, where Google is specifically placing YouTube videos at the top of search results. And then how you can optimize your video in order to rank on those Google search results. I do mention a few tools required for this process, so make sure you click below in the description in order to get them for the best price. So the classic keyword research tool for YouTube that I recommend is vidIQ. What do I mean by keyword research? Tools out there that tell you what people are searching for, whether it's Amazon, Google, YouTube, and for YouTube, it's vidIQ. So I found it really good, tells me the top search terms for my channel, but also gives me the opportunities out there based on search volume and difficulty. But we're not actually talking about vidIQ today because it doesn't give you any insights on Google. So what I like to do is go into Ahrefs, which is the Google keyword research tool. And this works especially well with how-to content. We want to try and find searches that basically trigger a video pack. So those 3 to 4 YouTube videos you see quite often very high up on page 1 in the Google search results. So it does tend to be how-to content that Google obviously knows that people prefer a video format to a text format. Sometimes it's a mix. So in this case, I'm taking the example of maybe a paid ads agency, something like that, something where another industry where there's loads of charlatans. So if you can build that trust, it's really valuable. And how-to content is the best way to actually develop that trust. So that's exactly what I do with my channel. You might have noticed I don't have a course to sell, anything like that. The only thing I sell really is done for you SEO services, which I do at scale. So it actually makes more sense most of the time. I could literally teach you. In fact, in the channel, I do teach you pretty much everything you need to do to rank on Google. But so many people will then turn around and realize that I can basically save them all that trouble. Something as simple as link building, reaching out to websites, negotiating placement seems very simple as a process, but when you're doing it at scale, we're doing it for hundreds of clients at once. It's a lot easier than if you're having to do all that effort just for one website. Whereas we're combining that all at once, doing loads of clients at the same time. So every time we reach out to a website, we're going through that whole negotiation process. So we've got all sorts of leverages in our favor, like volume, expertise, and scale, all very different from one person with one website reaching out and trying to get a placement that way. So we want informational content, and here we're thinking about an ad agency. So I've done how-to ads as the keyword. And now what we do is we go to SERP features and we look for videos. Next, I want to try and find the highest value keywords, highest value searches based on cost per click. So that's more likely to give us the really valuable keywords that are driving conversions rather than basic informational queries which are not made by people who actually want to spend money. But when we sort by CPC, we do tend to get a bit of skewed data. We've got some very low volume search terms, only 20 searches a month, something like that. that have an insanely high CPC. So when doing that, I like to put in a minimum volume of, let's go with say 150, normally around 100 to 200. We'll apply that. Now I can apply my filter of CPC. Now all these keywords, somewhere on Google, there is a video pack, there are YouTube videos. So now we basically need to check each one. So how to turn off Google Ads, that's no use to our target market. How to run ads on YouTube, that's pretty good for our target market. So let's see if there's a video pack there. There we go. So right in at position 4, first one I've checked. I was doing a bit of research for this video, and it is quite inconsistent. Sometimes there's videos there, sometimes they're hidden right down on page 2, 3. But in this case, how to run ads on YouTube, traffic potential 2,600 per month, cost per click $7, and yet there's a video pack right there at number 4. In fact, number 3 if you take out people also ask. So this traffic, the traffic value just below the video pack is worth $6,000 per month. Just above it is $10,000 per month. So these videos should be getting a traffic value of somewhere between $6,000 and $10,000 per month just through a YouTube video. So you don't need to worry about building up your site, getting all those links. Because if we look at the search result, it is so competitive. We've got pretty much all DR 80s, 90s. So you basically have to use a link building agency like mine. We do have the volume and scale and expertise to get you up there, but that's a long mission. It's going to take a lot of links, a lot of cost, and a lot of time to actually build up that level of authority. Or you could just get a video in that video pack. Now let's assume that was a fluke. Let's go and find another one. But yeah, how to run ads on Facebook. That's perfectly reasonable. And there we go. So this time the videos are a bit lower down. There's a lot of videos there. But they're getting between 600 and 700 visitors per month from this Google result. And again, the value between 2,200 and 2,400. So let's actually go and see, how do you actually get this video pack and look at what's working well for them. Now, I've gone on to Google USA and use the same search term again, how to run ads on Facebook. And it seems to be Ben Heath who's dominating here. Now, normally we'd say you should actually use the keyword you're targeting in the video thumbnail. But he hasn't actually done that, but he does have good thumbnails regardless. This one does how to run Facebook ads. And you can see pretty much the title of the video does very closely resemble the keyword. I'd actually go for the exact match of the keyword. Obviously, Ben's not an SEO person. I wouldn't expect him to know this. It is working for him anyway. But you definitely want how to run ads on Facebook at the start of the video title. Also got these key moments here. So that's why it really pays to include chapters. Now the great thing about chapters is, especially if you're doing a video like this where you're probably using a screen share, you can simply take a transcript. So I'm always using Loom, partly because it gives me the transcript. I can then drop that into ChatGPT and just tell me, based on this transcript, give me YouTube chapters. So that's how you get these. And that definitely helps you rank here as well. Then he's got number 2 as well. Length doesn't seem to be a big issue. So we've got 1,000 here, 10 minutes here, 35 minutes here. So as usual, when you identify one of these keywords, just dig down and look at all the commonalities between those who are ranking. Now, loads of people battle with how you actually trigger that video pack. How do you get that video in there? And basically, because it uses a whole separate ranking algorithm to what we're used to with YouTube. If you're doing any YouTube SEO, like I say, it's normally about engagement. So you do a bit of keyword optimization, so your title, your thumbnail, your description. But otherwise, it's all basically about getting lots of watch time, lots of engagement on that video. And yet, it doesn't matter. You can get still a lot of engagement, but you won't necessarily get that video pack. Number 1 on YouTube does not necessarily equal number 1 on Google. At a conference where someone basically had a coaching program where they were teaching affiliate marketing using YouTube, where they basically said, review software products that have good affiliate programs. doing a basic YouTube video, 5-10 minutes, and then basically you'd say publish that video, have a lead magnet in the description so that people would then sign up and give you their email address. And his idea was basically that if you signed up for this free lead magnet, every day they would then get an email with another software review. So the idea was this was to drive engagement, that one sign up would then watch 10 other videos potentially. And this is what would get you in the video pack. He was promoting this as basically free Google ads on the ground that the video pack is normally right at the top of Google results, but for free rather than paid ads. The issue with that strategy is it's relying on engagement. Whereas if you really want to consistently rank in the video pack on Google, then it's actually all about embeds. And they don't even need to be good quality embeds. It's much more about volume. So for a start, every time I publish a video now, I will actually embed it on LinkedIn. And that's because I'm actually using LinkedIn for parasite SEO purposes, where if we search SEO keywords for coaches, somewhere on here should be my LinkedIn article, Coach SEO keywords. You can see it's ranking for keywords, starting to get some traffic. It was only published a week ago, but I have embedded my video on that LinkedIn page. And there it is. Which means there isn't currently a video pack for this keyword, but it means if there were a video pack, I'd be much more likely to get it. If we look at videos, then my video is there. But to really consistently hit the video pack, you actually need volume of embeds. And the way to do that, and I've heard this from many top SEO professionals, is actually to use a tool called Money Robot, which sounds hilarious, and it is really old black hat SEO software. That was basically, the idea was that you could start your website and this tool will go out and create loads of really spammy backlinks, just creating loads of little blogs on sites like Medium, Tumblr, just to link back to your website. So it's only about $70 a month. You don't even need to worry about proxies and capture breakers, things like that. It really is an all-in-one software, but do not use it for link building. Even the most notorious black hat SEOs I know, they all say they won't use Money Robot on their own website. They might use it if they've got maybe a PR piece, if they're doing parasite SEO, something like that, then that can work. But you don't want to point those links at your own website. But what you can do is embed your YouTube video with it. So basically, take your YouTube video and embed it on all these fake blogs it's created around the internet. And that's how you get all those embeds that then trigger the video pack. So let's just have a quick recap. Yes, you can use vidIQ to get general keyword research for YouTube, but it's very disconnected from Google itself. So use a tool like Ahrefs and filter down so you look at search results, keywords that have a video pack in the search result. But I find that gives you loads of results. So what I do is I then sort by CPC, so I only see the most valuable traffic first. That can have slightly skewed data where you've got slightly random keywords coming up. So I then put in a minimum volume of around 100, 200, and that way I only see the keywords which have got some volume and a high CPC and a video pack on page 1. From that, depending on my niche, I can go through and just check which searches have got a video pack high up on page 1, where I might be able to leapfrog over all these really big authority sites and rank a video in that video pack without even needing a website. Of course, over time, I do still recommend building up your own website and ultimately having both, where it can be your YouTube video, your website, and then even PR and press mentions all about you. That's a big focus of our link building agency, where we don't just want to build backlinks to your site to rank your site, we want to build really high quality placements, basically on new sites, that those pages themselves could rank for your keyword. So ultimately, when someone searches for your keyword of Facebook ad agency, something like that, they'll see your YouTube video, your website, and all your press mentions as well.